Bo. I play drums in Withered.
Chris, I play guitar and vocals in Withered.
What kind of extremes does Withered, I guess, represent or embody, promote?
Well, I mean, if you look at the albums, particularly on this album, Follet Circulaire, I think what we were trying to get at was when we were writing the lyrics and the imagery and all that, we really wanted to get into a much darker space than what we were on the first album, Mente Mori. We were still trying to find ourselves on that album. You know, I mean, we were kind of all over the place with the doom and the black metal and all that, but with this album, I think we kind of, we gelled. And plus, we have a new rhythm section too, which really helped bring us together and focus and really get everything together. And also, I think with this one, a lot of it is with with Follet Circulaire, just the terminology behind it. I found it through reading Nietzsche, so it's kind of, he was using it to describe the human condition in society, and so we took that and sort of applied it to the concept of the album. And a lot of it is how, we're just how we are as humans in our condition, and how we never really embrace the darker side of ourselves. So there's a lot of philosophy and existentialism and all that that's tied up into everything that we do. And I think that with this album, that was something that we really wanted to focus on. Was, at least for me, with the lyrics that I write, a lot of it comes from trying to, as far as my philosophy and as far as how I believe in life, we go through life and we have this concept that we have to constantly do good, and what society deems good, and morals, and what's moralistic and all that, and we completely shove away those darker aspects of ourselves as humans, what's just innate, what we have in us. And I think that by suppressing that, I think it leads to a lot of mental conditions and all kinds of problems in society, because we're always placing the blame on all this stuff. We're all just embracing the fact that we have a dark side, And I think that's really what we were trying to go for with this album. And you can look at C.F. Jones, the philosopher and psychologist, and you can see that his whole idea of embracing the shadow self. And I think that's kind of, a lot of that influences like what the lyrics that I write and all. So that's sort of the concept with the album and what we're trying to push out there.
Conspiracies? Are you believers in conspiracies? Do you know much about any big?
I think there's some truth in it. There's actually a guy in Atlanta that I can't remember his website, but he's passed out. He's passed out I don't know how many hundreds of discs about 9/11 and all this stuff about conspiracies around it. And he's like, there's some shit going on, and people need to know about it, because our government and our media in particular are certainly going to suppress it. And I mean, when you have Fox Media and all these idiots that are out there that are just blowhards for the U.S. government, for the right wing, particularly the right wing side of things, and the Christian right and all that. I mean, you're bound to have all this come up. So, as far as like looking critically at the U.S. government, and just not even just necessarily the U.S. government, but just government in particular, and the system that we live in. I mean, it kind of gave me those critical thinking skills, or at least started me on that path, so to speak. And but I've been involved in activist stuff. I haven't in quite some time, because I'm just a completely jaded old fart at this point, and I'm sick of everybody. But not that long ago, I was involved with various activist movements, and one thing that came up was about 3 years ago. Myself and another person we were arrested by Homeland Security in Atlanta, and it was completely every amendment that you could think of that that we're guaranteed as U.S. citizens supposedly shot to shit, and illegal search and seizure. Our Fourth Amendment rights were. I mean, it was all First Amendment, the whole 9 yards. But initially we were not going to pursue it. We wanted to pursue it, but the ACLU actually heard about it, and they got in touch with us. And we've been in this legal fight for probably, like I said, it's been about 3 years. and it's just now going to be going to trial more than likely sometime this spring, probably. And what's interesting is that we have, because of the political climate in the U.S. right now, I mean, people are really fed up with a lot of the illegal wiretapping and just all the, you know, the illegal arrests and everything that's been going on. And since 9/11, incidentally, you know, it was before that, going to a whole other thing what Clinton did. But anyway, but yeah, but like we're, you know, a lot of the what you would consider the right-wing people that are in judge positions have actually supported our case. Bob Barr, you know who Bob Barr is.
Yes.
Yeah, Bob Barr is like probably one of the most. When you hear him talk, I mean, he's coming from so far to the right that it's like, you know, he's one step away from, you know, being a fascist almost. But you know, but anyway, he's a very staunch supporter of First Amendment rights, Second Amendment rights, Fourth Amendment rights, all that. And he actually wanted to take our case. He wanted to help the ACLU with our case, and that's for him to support us is a really big, you know, that's a really big thing. So hopefully, you know, come sometime this coming year, we will have successfully managed to, you know, put a little bit of a dent into what Homeland Security is doing to people, just everyday people in you know, the U.S. And we're trying to get some stuff. We're not actually looking so much for, you know, monetary damages or anything like that. We're trying to get actual ordinances and all passed to where it's illegal for them to illegally watch us, you know, if we're doing something, or illegally wiretap phones, or illegally, you know, if somebody's having just a regular leafleting or a mild protest or whatever, when they don't expect there to be violence, you know, we don't want them to be able to just sit in some car down the street and film us without our consent, you know. So it's what it kind of boils down to. So, but people need to know, you know. I mean, that's the thing. It's like it's you know, I don't know how it is here, but at least there, I mean, it's an issue, and I have a lot of friends that are serving serious time for like media stuff, you know, and just posting something on the internet, you know, a call to action on a particular subject or whatever, and they're getting them on RICO charges and shit like that, which is what they use for the mafia. You know, they use those for the mafia, and you know, it's like I have friends that are serving like lengthy prison terms, like in maximum security, and these are just, you know, they haven't murdered anybody, you know, or anything like that. I mean, they believe in something and they're fighting for it. I mean, in Atlanta right now, you know, because I mean, you know, we're fucking everything up. You know, you can get in. It's all tied together too. It's like it's a vicious cycle with like the environment and everything. What we're doing to the environment, you know, and just like, you know, we're having these storms that are, you know, they can talk about, oh, there's no global warming, there's no this and that, but you can see it. I mean, like, shit's getting worse and worse. Yeah. Hurricanes are getting worse. Tornadoes. We've had more tornadoes in the U.S. this year than almost any year in history. You know, I mean, it's like way up there. And I was watching the Weather Channel the other day, and I was just like, man, yeah. I mean, because but the thing is, like, you know, that hurricane, the last one that just went through, what was the hurricane? Ike. Yeah, Hurricane Ike. It fucked up a lot of the pipelines that the Southeast gets its oil from. So Atlanta has been without gas. We have not, for like the last 2 weeks.
It's been a long time, 2 weeks probably.
There is no gas.
No way.
You cars parked, just people walking with gas cans to gas stations with no gas.
Traffic is like, come to, you can actually drive at 5 o'clock in the afternoon and drive I ride a bike everywhere, so I don't have a car. But it's like you can't find gas.
And then when people do find it, it's a big scare, and they
they
fill up and then they drive around wasting gas to go fucking fill up again.
Yeah, exactly.
And people who truly need it are screwed.
There was actually there was a place that in Marietta, Georgia,
gouging,
$8.80 a gallon, $8.80 a gallon.